Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. Kind of wanted to show you my project for today. My husband and I made this flower bed in the front of the house a couple months ago, and well, this is what it looks like now. It has all kinds of weeds growing and grass, and it just doesn't look the way it's supposed to. It needs some fixing. And what happened was, when we made this, we did not put the newspaper. I usually put newspaper under the mulch, and that way it keeps the weeds from coming up. I didn't do that on this one. So now I'm paying the consequences. So I'm actually gonna try to fix this today. I am going to use newspaper to put under the mulch. So I'm taking all the mulch out sections at a time, and then I am going to obviously pull the weeds. Then I'm gonna put the newspaper, lay the newspaper around the plants, and I'm going to wet the newspaper before I put the mulch on top of it. And that should help keep the weeds at bay, because honestly, I don't have time to be doing this with the busy schedule that I have with teaching and life. It's something I love to do. I love to do gardening, but especially now when it's so hot outside, you don't want to be out in this heat doing gardening work. I'm up a little early this morning so that I can get this done before the sun starts beating on me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this flower bed nice and clean, and hopefully be able to keep it that way for a long time. It's been raining, so I don't have to worry too much about watering these plants. And also, the plants that I have here do not need a lot of maintenance. That's why I planted these particular ones. You know, I have the cactus and the plantains and the bananas, and I have pineapple over there, and Mexican lilies. All the plants that I have here are not hard to maintain, so that I don't have to slave on this particular flower bed, and I can focus on my vegetables in the backyard. Okay, so I thought that was Stormy barking, but it's the neighbor's dog. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and let you tag along. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, then I'll just go ahead and end it here, and then later on show you the end results. Okay, so I got my gloves and my funny hat that you saw in the tab. Yep. Where's my other glove? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's see. All right, so let's go over here. So the first step I'm gonna do, let me get these tools out here, is I can pull some of them before I get the mulch out. Well, and just make a pile of all these weeds. Try to get them from the root so they don't come back. And there's a nice little thing of grass. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll pull these nice pieces of grass, and I'll find a bald spot in the backyard, and I'll go ahead and plant it there. This is a nice patch of grass that I can put in the back somewhere. So I'm gonna lay it aside over here and put it over here. There you go. And I can plant that later in a bald spot in the back. I don't think there's very many bald spots back there. There you go. Once you have moved, these are Italian lilies. No, Mexican lilies. No, they're not Italian. I'm thinking about my dinner last night. Oh gosh. Ay, ay, ay. I tell you, I get something in my mind, and then I have these really weird dreams. I have to tell you this story because this is funny. I was looking at cycling videos the other night, and then I was looking at cycling videos, and then I was looking at ideas for healthy meals, and I guess before I went to bed, I was thinking about those things. It was the last thing I watched before I went to bed, so then I went to bed and I had a dream that a friend of mine had told me that he was going to go to a cycling competition called Salad. Oh man, your mind is an amazing thing, isn't it? So those were the last things I was thinking about before I went to bed. So I had that really weird dream, and I was saying, no, it's not called Salad. And he was like, yeah, it's called Salad 2018. The name of the cycling competition that he was going to be a part of. So yeah, watch what you see before you go to bed, because it will come back in your dreams, and it will be funny and weird. So the neighbor's dog is going crazy over there. Bark, 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 bark. I think they tie him up outside, which is kind of sad. And just so you know, something that happened to me this morning when I grabbed my gardening sneakers. I always have this thing that there's going to be a spider in them or a snake wrapped in it. So you always have to, if you leave your sneakers outside, you always have to shake them out before you put them on, because you never know what's in them. Well, sure enough, I shook my sneakers, and a frog a frog came out of one of them, and I was so thankful I shook it, because can you imagine me putting my foot in my sneakers and having that squishy feeling in your toes from a frog? That I would have been, I would have woken up the whole neighborhood, I'm pretty sure. So that was my little encounter with nature this morning. Oh, there's a baby plant already coming out here. See? So cool. So cool. All right, so my bucket is almost full, so I'm gonna go ahead and cover this section with the newspaper. Then I'm gonna water it, and then I'm gonna cover it again. Oh, there's a bag. Trash. I'm doing this all one-handed just so that you can join me. All right. Plus, this is more fun when you're with me, so there you go. You get to join in the fun. This mulch is still good. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you need to have a barrier between the mulch and the dirt, so that the weeds and the grass don't get a chance to get through. All right, so my pile is full of mulch, and this is as bare as it could possibly be at the moment. Let me move this that way. Now I'm gonna take this newspaper that they throw in my driveway. So see, you don't even have to go and buy the sheets that come, you know, those what do you call it? They're like these black sheets of plastic that you lay down to keep the weeds at bay. You don't have to do that when you have free newspaper that is thrown in your driveway every single day. Every single day. All right, I'm putting the phone down because I have to cut this newspaper. So let's see, let's put it right here. Sorry, you're gonna be seeing dirt right now. I just have to cut the newspaper to get it through that plant, and then I'm gonna cut it here. I'll show you what I did. You can probably imagine, but I'm just trying as much as possible to cover as much of the dirt possible so that the weeds can't get through. Let me show you what I did. See? So I cut it so that the plant can still get sunlight, but the grass is covered. I mean, the dirt is covered, so no weeds can get through. See, even here, there's this little opening. I don't want that. So I don't want any sun to get in there so that the weeds and the grass don't have a chance to grow. You want to cover it. So that's how you want to do it. Then the next thing you do, and this video is almost over because I'm not going to show you the entire project. I just wanted to kind of show you what I'm going to do overall. Let me go get turn on the hose. Right over here. While I'm back here, I'm going to show you my oregano plant. She thrives in that little spot right there. She loves it there. That's where I get all my oregano for my cooking videos. And I'm turning on the water. That one's perfect. That one doesn't have much weed coming out of it except for in the corner, and I'll fix that today. And here's my pine tree. It has a little weed here, so I'll pull that out. There it is. There's my garden. Alright, so now that the hose is on, so what I do is I go ahead and wet the newspaper so that it's nice and moist. I'll fix that in the corner so there's no sun exposure there. Alright, so once I water it, I can even water my plants. Now I'm going to pour the mulch on top of it. And, yep, okay, so let me cover this a little more. There you go. Now I'm going to pour the mulch on top of it. Make sure it has a nice thick layer. And now there's going to be less of a chance of weeds growing on my flower bed, and it'll look nicer longer. And I'm going to make it really thick so that there's no chance of sun getting down there. Plus it keeps the plants hydrated, if that's what you call it, longer. I'll hose this later so it's nice and clean and neat looking. And many of you know my dream is to have a food forest when I have a piece of land. That's my dream, is to plant my own food. And there you go, over here. And looky there, looky there. Isn't that awesome? Well, it's not awesome, but it's good. Now that is going to be what I do to the rest of that. So wish me luck. I better hurry up before the sun comes up. Mexican lilies. Yep. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'm going to finish my gardening. And then later I'm going to work on grading papers and entering grades for my students. And who knows what else I'll do. Maybe later I'll do that flan recipe video that I've been wanting to do. It's called cheesecake flan. All right. Well, I hope you have a great day. Go do something fun, something exciting, and make it a great day. Love you guys. Besitos.